So hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's doing well. So you join me from Telford. I've came here today to check out a former colliery. It was called Granville Colliery. Now it's called Granville Heritage Trail or Granville Country Park, whichever you wish. So we're going to go and check it out, see what buildings are left here and have a look and give you some history. Let's go. So here we go guys, Granville Heritage Trail. I'm going to start off my journey here. It is signposted. If you follow these little signs here, it's actually a 50-mile trail, 50 mile. Then you've got different trails as well if you wish to take those. I've just started off here. It is a free car park which is just over the road, and I've started off on this trail here. So I'm going to have a little look in this wooded area, see if we can find any evidence of the old Granville Colliery that's here. There are some history boards dotted around in places. Big body of water here. Don't know if that's from where they dug out in the colliery or what, or it's natural. But I've actually just spotted a little building, and there's no history on this as well. Check out this little building here. I ain't got a clue what this was used for. There's no history on this. Just a little building. Got some great architecture though. I like to start off in the weird places, see, off the trails, find some different stuff. Check out this old tin here. Check that out. As you can see, it's all overgrown. Was obviously a little outhouse building. Could have even been a little toilet, who knows? Half of it's fell down now. I should imagine they would have had a roof on it, look. So guys, I've just made my way onto the next part of the Heritage Trail, and we will be coming up to the furnaces. There is actually an history board to these as well, so I'll give you a little bit of history. Also, Granville Colliery shut in 1979, and it was the last deep coal mine to shut in Shropshire. And by that point, it was actually employing 552 men when it shut down. And just in front of us, that's where the furnaces would have sat, just there, look. And they are called Old Lodge Furnaces. And you can imagine the scale of those. It's absolutely huge. We will go and have a closer look soon as well. Let's just give you a little bit of history. The Old Lodge Furnaces were so named because of the proximity to the site of an old hunting lodge that was demolished in 1820, constructed by Lilleshall Company in 1824, with initially 2 blast furnaces. They were later extended to 3 furnaces. So it was extended to 3 furnaces. But we can just see a picture of here, look, what it would have looked like. Absolutely fantastic history. Just got a map of the area here, look. And that's where we are. Let's go and have a closer look of where these furnaces would have sat. Don't give you the scale of it on the screen, but they are absolutely huge. This building would have been here. can just see here, look, little part of the old furnace, and there, look, and then one would have sat there with the 3 big furnaces. There is actually a gate here, so we can go inside and have a closer look. So they would have had 1 furnace here, look, and we can see where another one would have sat, just here. And then another furnace just sat here, look. Let's just go and have a look up here. That's been blocked off there, look. Obviously there's something behind there. They blocked all this off, look, with railings. I think they've backfilled most of this as well. But Telford, well known for its furnaces. It's teeming with furnaces around Telford. That's why I love to come to Telford. There's so much history. So, what a fantastic piece of history there. The old furnaces on the Granville Colliery estate, what used to be. Love the way you can go inside there and have a closer look at the furnaces themselves, as well as an history board giving you the history on it. Now, I am coming up to another derelict building. Now, for some reason, there is no history board on this, which makes no sense. But it's all overgrown with vines, stinging nettles, everything. But we will go and have a look. Just here, look. It has had a gate put on at some point. So whether the history board has been vandalised, I don't know. But it don't make no sense. Let's make our way inside here. Nature's reclaimed it all. I'd love to know what this was. Looks like some big building that sat here. Jeez. So here we go, some type of big old building that used to sit here back in the colliery days. But as you can see, nature's reclaiming it all back now, full of vines, stinging nettles and everything. I'd love to know what this was. They have gone to the trouble of fencing it off at some point, but then just left it all to overgrow, which makes no sense. You can see where this building was here, look. You've got the retaining wall just at the back. I will try and find out what it was, if I can. But just have a look at this. Check out these vines here, the way they've grown. I think Tarzan would be proud of those. Have a look at this. And let's just have a look inside here. Just have a look at this. Maybe this was some type of storage place in here, look. Not sure. See how all the bricks are got on the floor, it's all crumbling down. Even a piece of old tin, look. Maybe that was off a piece of a machinery. You never know. I just don't understand why they've gone to the trouble with history boards on some and then left other derelict buildings like this with no history on them. Makes no sense. This would have been the retaining wall here, look. I used to love how they'd done all the brickwork. You can see how this was one of the arches here, look. So we'll just carry on along the heritage trail, see what else we come up to. So right in front of us we can see a fantastic piece of history. We have come up to one of the old tub basins, part of the old canal which used to run along here, constructed in 1760s for horse-drawn tub boats. Obviously around this area, which was vital for the colliery and whatever else was around this area in the Industrial Revolution. I do know they are trying to open this canal system up slowly in some parts, but as you can see the tub basin starts there and goes all the way around here, look, to the end of here. So I do just want to add that it's not only an heritage trail, it is absolutely fantastic for dog walking, coming round here as a family. It is free parking as I mentioned earlier, so overall it is a great place to come. Granville Country Park. Come and have a look for yourselves, have a walk around, take in some history if you wish to. But I'm just going to make my way over the road now, which goes on to another section where we follow the heritage trail. So guys, here's another viewpoint of the old tub basin, which was part of the canal system that ran alongside here, which was vital for transporting all the coal and whatever else they got around the country. There is an history board here, I'll give you a little bit more history on it. The canal basin was once connected to Donington Wood Canal on the other side of the road, one of the earliest canals to be built in England. Tub boats transported coal, limestone and iron to and from the furnaces. So I'm just making my way along this roadside here, along this path, to make my way to the opposite side of the road where we can pick up the heritage trail again and see some history on Granville Colliery. Let's see what else we come up to. So I've just picked up the heritage trail again. Got to make our way along here, see what else we can come up to. Now just down here, where all this ditch is here, I'm pretty sure there used to be a railway line that came through here. I do know that the colliery had a narrow gauge railway line that actually ran underground as well, obviously to put the tubs on and whatever else they needed to drag all the coal, limestone, whatever else out to the colliery itself. So whether this was a narrow gauge railway line or a main one, I'm not quite sure. So I've just came up to another history board. I was just having a little read of it off camera, which was quite interesting. But if you look here at a little map, you can see here Barn Pits Colliery, Meadow Colliery, Barnyard Colliery there, look, Waxhill Barracks Colliery, Freehold Colliery, Buxton Bridge Colliery. So many collieries in this area. Waxhill Barracks mine was one of the earlier Lilleshall Company mines. This was sunk in around 1818 and had a depth exceeding 275 metres. The mine worked coal and ironstone, and mining stopped around 1900, although pumping continued until 1930 to reduce the risk of flooding. And here's a row here of where the miners used to live. Miners and their families lived in a long row of single-storey, two-room houses known as barrack houses. The 1851 census shows us that at Waxhill Barracks, 20 of the 27 single-storey houses had 5 or more people living there, while 9 had 7 or more people living there. All fascinating stuff on these history boards just here. But I'm just going to make my way down this trail and see what else we come up to. So I've just came off the trail into a bit of the wooded area. A guy told me they do have some remnants here. Part of the old collieries what's sat around here. As you can see, it is all overgrown now. You just see a big pipe here. Big steel pipe. And you can just see the outline here, look, of brickwork. Just there, and there are scattered bricks everywhere. This would have been some type of building here. You can actually see a brick here, look. But you can just see there, look, the outline of what would have been a building. And this actually looks like this would have been deeper. So whether this has all been backfilled in here, because there is actually what looks like a type of a pit just there, look. So whether that led down into the pit, could well have done. And you can see here, look, outline of some more brickwork. It's always worth going off the trail and just looking in the wooded areas, because you do always find something. Yeah, so in all of this area here there would have been a building. You can see it all there outlined. So I've just came up to this here, not quite sure what it was. Was it a shaft that went down into the mine? Not quite sure. But as you can see now, it's all been filled in, look. And they've been putting sticks on top of it. I wonder what this structure actually was. It obviously went down underground. So we are actually now walking the same path as what those miners did all those decades ago, even hundreds of years ago, making the way down this path here towards the colliery. Off to work they went, down the mine, digging for all the coal, limestone, whatever else they was digging for. Absolutely fascinating to think we are walking the same path as those did. You can actually see here on the right hand side some more evidence of the old colliery, some type of old retaining wall just there, look. Evidence everywhere of the old collieries that sat around here. I'll definitely be paying another visit and making my way back here.
At the age of 16 years, with my father close to tears, as he vowed never again to send his sons to the dark recess of the mines, where you age before your time, and the coal dust lies heavy on your lungs. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind, I never again will go down underground. At the age of 65, I pray to God I'm still alive, and the wheels above the mines no longer whine, and they finally close the hole where for years we clawed for coal, and never again will we go down underground.
So guys, just check out this big structure here I've came up to. It's the old engine winding house for Granville Colliery, or Buxton Colliery, which sat here. Just have a look at this. Just see there where the windows was. Have a look at that. Some of the building on the other side is actually missing now. But just have a look at that. The old engine winding house. Do need to be careful in case of falling bricks. Just have a look at this for a fascinating piece of history. Absolutely huge building. Architecture was fantastic on it as well, considering it was just an engine winding house. You just see all the bricks scattered everywhere now. Well, it's been falling down. I absolutely love old collieries. So much history to them, and I love the buildings as well. You can just see where it would have had a roof on there, look. Such a shame that it was left that long. should have preserved this earlier. So guys, I've just spotted this here. Part of the old railway, look. Piece of the old track. That's what I assume it is, look. Got the sleepers under there. Pretty sure this is part of the old railway track. Whether it was for the single gauge that ran into the collieries itself, that's probably what it was. Then you've got the retaining wall here, look. Let's see if there's any more. I bet there's some more under all this here. Some more of the track. So right in front of me, just check this out. Full of solar panels, this big field here. I thought it was actually water reflecting off, but it's massive solar panels all the way down there. They go for a good mile down that way, I should imagine. This has got to be the national grid. Who's done all this? Absolutely massive solar panels. Just check these steps out. They're steeper than what they look. Got to make my way up these to the top up there. But just look behind, I've already covered all these and it actually swings around there. Crazy. I don't recommend coming this way if you aren't fit. So I finally made it to the top where I've came out to this clearing here. Surely there's got to be an easier route than this. But it's lovely when you're up here, great views. And you can imagine in the summer having a lovely picnic here, look. Some fantastic views overlooking up that way. Another history board here as well. Let's have a look at what this says. I was just telling you about the different flowers, look. Showing you there, look, the Wrekin. I was up that last week. I went to the summit of the Wrekin. Then we have Shrewsbury, Ostrey, Northwest, Whitchurch. Go through that way to get to North Wales. Just check this out for a view. Absolutely beautiful. So guys, I'm going to end the vlog there. Absolutely fantastic day here at Granville Country Park, where we've seen all the colliery buildings that used to be here. Absolutely fascinating. But get yourselves down here, check it out. Ideal for bringing your kids. Ideal as well. Dog walking, lots of dog walkers around here. But I will be back here in the summer for a part 2, because there's still a lot more to see and uncover here. Thanks for joining me, guys. Take care.